What's up, everybody? This is Kieran and Race, otherwise known as the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G. I'm here playing, you guessed it, Medieval. Adam's Crypt. Okay, and then... First life bottle, baby! Let me check trophy list real quick, and let me also make sure I'm online. Okay, I am. He was watching, I appreciate you.
Captain Fortescue, it's me, Canny Tim. Does the battle go well? How I wish I could fight at your side again, sir. But hold, you could take my crossbow. It's got rapid fire and you can ricochet the darts off walls to shoot around corners. I used it at the Battle of Gallowmere. After you were slain, I shot Zarok's champion, Lord Kardok, a clean kill through the eye at some 1,000 yards. Not that there's anything clever about shooting someone in the eye, sir. Oh, goodbye, sir.
So, even from the shackles of death, my old enemy pursues me. You're too late, Fortescue. Already my army has risen from the grave. You will never leave this necropolis.
I knew it would take more than an army of the evil dead to throw your strider. I've something that may help you on your quest, Captain. I give it to you freely, though I have no idea what it is.
So, even from...
Sweet, replacement club. Although I'm not going to need it very much longer.
It's...
Ah, Fortescue! What's this I hear about that archcad Zarok still being alive? Thought you killed the fella. Never mind, you old warhorse. Better show him what's what, eh? I expect Johnny's zombies a bit more of a handful than you remember. How are you doing for weapons? Here, take my warhammer. It'll smash anything and it won't fall apart like a club. I only ever get to use it cracking walnuts around this place. Nonsense, Fortescue. I won't take no for an answer. Knock a few heads for old Stanier Ironhewer, eh?
Hammer's so useful. It's like I said, like a club that doesn't break, for one, which will already make it useful, but it also has the fucking AoE shockwave, which is super fucking useful. Sweet. Silver shield, bitches! I really do love this game. Oh, hey, how's it going? And, you know, just chilling, killing, being a villain. That's fantastic. One of my favorite games from one of my favorite game studios. Basically, like if Tim Burton made a platformer, is how I would describe it. The mixture of grim and dark with cynicism and comedy, the aesthetic. It's just like a Tim Burton movie in a 3D platformer. And it doesn't surprise me you never heard of it, even though it was made by Sony. And it was a first-party game for PS1. It was always a kind of underrated, lesser-known kind of thing. But it has a strong cult following. And I like a lot of weird, kooky shit. In general, this team is very lesser known and made a bunch of games that I really love. Yeah, no, if you like 3D platformers, which I'm pretty sure you do, it's 1000% worth it.
Bravo, Fortescue! Some of the other chaps wagered Zarok would be using your ribcage as a toast rack by now, but I knew you'd pull through. Here, I have a little extra something here I can give you. Could help the old quest. You want it?
It's a little rough around the edges, but that's to be expected for a game that's fucking from 1998. And this game has a sequel that's even lesser known, but really good, and a remake on PSP and a remake on PS4. Although the remake on PSP is more of a reimagining, because it's like the same idea, but vastly altered story and levels, whereas the PS4 remake is pretty much just same levels, all that, but quality of life tweaks. And if you're going to start with the series, I would rather recommend that you play this game if you can deal with it being older, or to play the remake on PS4 because it's excellent, keeps all the good stuff, but it smooths over the rough edges and adds a lot of quality of life tweaks on top of looking a lot better, obviously. They were supposed to remake Medieval 2 up to the same standard, but that never happened. I don't know if it got canceled or just whatever, if it's in development hell, but I hope one day they get around to it. But this team would also go on to do another game that I really loved. Primal. PS2 game, it's fucking excellent as well, but very different. It's more of like a story-driven adventure game, and very mature. This one is kind of tongue-in-cheek. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm saying it, Primal's a totally different type of game. And you can get the remake pretty cheap these days. Yeah, but you see what I mean? The general aesthetic, it's like Edward Scissorhands, Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah. It's Sony Cambridge. They did a lot of really good games. They also did another PS2 game called Ghost Hunter. That's really good. It's like their take on Ghostbusters, and just as silly and over the top. Well, even more so, honestly. And it was an early Nolan North project, so before he was fucking Nathan Drake. And then they even... weirdly enough, they switched to being Guerrilla Cambridge, you know, Guerrilla Games, guys who did Horizon and Killzone, and they did the Killzone game for the Vita, Killzone Mercenary, and a lot of people, myself included, really love Killzone Mercenaries. It was a fucking, frankly, gorgeous game for the time. It is probably the best looking Vita game, and it had like console quality visuals on Vita, and then sadly they shut down. They're not around anymore, and that really fucking bums me out because they were a super unique team. Oh, Sony Japan isn't around anymore either. That fucking sucks too. They even did a game based on 24, you know, the show 24 with Kiefer Sutherland, and I've heard it's pretty good. I haven't played it, but I heard it's one of the few tie-in games that's good. They got all the actors to tie in and reprise the roles from the show, it's canonical to the show, and they reference it in the show, like it takes place between seasons, and I've heard it's pretty good. I mean, I'm not really that interested in it, but making a movie game that doesn't suck, well, a show game that doesn't suck, it's really fucking rare, because, you know, 9 times out of 10, you have a game that's based on a show or movie, it usually sucks dick. So... Yeah, but unfortunately, there's a lot of game companies that are no longer around that should be. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you know, a lot of people, myself included, will always remember their games fondly and love them. They left an impact on a lot of people. And while this game may not be the most well-known, it definitely left a large impact on gaming in general, and has a lot of fans. I keep hoping that fucking Sony will get their head out of their ass. Primal was one of the PS2 games that came to PS4 back in like 2016 when they did that whole, you know, PS2 and PS4. But, God, I hate the scarecrows. The PS4 version, I guess you could say, but, you know, the emulation has trophies, which is cool, but it doesn't have a platinum trophy. And I have no fucking idea why they would do that. You know, like, some of the ones that, most of the ones that came from PS2 to PS4, that was the whole thing is, oh, they have trophies now, and they had a platinum, but for some reason, Primal and a couple others didn't have a platinum. No, they don't, actually. It depends on a wide variety of criteria. Unfortunately. But, not only that, but Primal on PS4, the PS4 version of Primal, you can play it on PS5, but it's fucking broken. 99.9% of all PS4 games work flawlessly on PS5. I mean, better, even. You know, like, they have significantly improved performance. But for some fucking reason, Primal on PS5 is just fucked. It's, like, technically playable, but none of the effects work. There's constant flickering on the screen. It's seizure fucking inducing. It's terrible. And it's been that way since PS5 launched, so 5 years now. And I keep waiting for Sony to fix it. But, lately, Sony, after the whole, like, 2016 thing, they just let the PS2 initiative die. They didn't remaster any of them. Then, thankfully, they, started bringing the old games back again with the PS Classics, you know, like, you could get Premium, PS Plus, I call it, but you could just buy the games as well, and so they brought back, started bringing new games to the service, because, like, for 5 years, they just gave up on bringing those classic games back, and, they actually have been going to several of the games that were fucked on PS5 and fixing them, and giving them a full trophy list, like Siren. If you're familiar with Siren, was fucked on PS5, and it never had a full trophy list to begin with. They added a full list. And, fixed it, and so with them going back and making new versions of the game, which, to Sony's credit, the new versions with the full trophy list are a free upgrade if you already owned it. They don't make you buy it again or anything like that, which is cool. So they could do that, and get away with it even if it'd be shitty. But, there we go. Thankfully, they didn't do that, but I keep hoping with them going back that they'll go fucking back to Primal and fix it so it doesn't look like you're having a seizure on PS5 that's full fucking platinum, because, honestly, without a platinum trophy, trophies are fucking meaningless to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might as well not have them at all. And that's, like, the main thing that Sony did over Xbox, because Xbox was the first person to come up with achievements of that kind of system. Before Steam, before Sony, they were the first. And then everybody liked the idea so much, it took off, obviously, because it's awesome to be able to track your accomplishments and show it to people and give you extra stuff to shoot for in games. So, Sony added it, and they're like, well, we can't just copy them, so they added trophies, and like, well, what if we gave you, like, a special thing for doing everything? And it stuck, and I think that's the preferred way to do it. Because you give somebody a point value, you can see it, like, oh, I have 1,000 gamer score out of 1,000 gamer score. But, like, once you get a ton of games, you can't tell that. It's like, if I have 100,000 gamer score, which I do, puts me in, like, the top 1% of Xbox players, by the way, to have a 6-figure gamer score, that could be 100 games, or you don't know. But with a platinum trophy, you can say, I 100%ed this many games. So I really like the idea, and it's the main thing that gets me into it, because the numbers, like, oh, I have 1,000 gamer score, doesn't do shit for me. Platinum trophy does. Yeah. Well, I've had my Xbox account since, like, 2011, 2012, and right now I have 77 platinum trophies. I just got the 77th earlier today. I'm aiming for 100 platinum trophies, because I looked it up, and less than 1% of all people who've played on Sony systems have 100 trophies or more. That goes for all of PS3, all of Vita, all of PS4, all of PS5. So all of those players together, combined across those 3 generations, as long as there's been trophies, have less than 100 trophies. Like, so just getting 100 trophies will put me in the top 1% of PlayStation players. I mean, I'll never be at the top, like the actual number one, because it's like, I think 12,000, and this guy plays, the guy who did it, it's like this Iranian guy, he played every single game that was available in the systems, and he played them like 5 times in each language. I can't do that. Not only do I not want to play every game, because a lot of those games suck, like, he played a lot of shovelware and shit like that I don't want to play, and I'm not going to play a game in a language I don't understand, or, as well as the fact that you have to buy them, so I'm not going to buy each game fucking 50 times. But I won't platinum a game unless I like it. I don't just platinum a game just to platinum it. I have to at least like it to platinum it. So, I have, like, a certain criteria. I won't just platinum anything. I've talked about this before. I very carefully choose my platinums, because I don't want them to be fucking bullshit and make me, like, go through the game without dying in a notoriously hard game, or one mistake and fuck you. I don't want them to have a ton of missables, because nothing's more frustrating than going through a game and getting 99 out of 100 trophies, and then, oh, you missed talking to this one person in this one part of the game, so you gotta play the whole game again! But I also don't want the trophy to be so easy that it's just handed to me and it's not a challenge. There's several games that they're called shovelware plats, because they're basically games that are just there to get a quick and easy trophy, and that's the only reason people play them. I won't play those, because then what's the fucking point? So they have to be challenging enough that it actually requires an effort, but not so challenging it's bullshit, but they can't just hand it to me either. So I have to choose them carefully. Well, I don't have to. I choose to, but you get the point. And I would have already had 100 trophies, but I just wasn't huge on trophy hunting until recently. Like, I would God. I would trophy hunt a little bit. You know, for games I liked, I had some. But I was like, oh, I'm going to trophy hunt. And then for some reason, I just got into it. Gave me something to focus on. It gave me, you know, all that. A list to check off. I have OCD. So, like, checking off items on a list satisfies my OCD. Scratches that itch. And then, it really took off because one of my friends in the Discord, now, we noticed that we were like, I think we both had 35 platinum trophies, and we were like, oh, it's weird that we both have exactly the same amount of platinum trophies. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't intentional. And Max jokingly said, you know, oh, the first person to get 50 is the winner and the loser's gay. You know, obviously he's just fucking around him if you knew him. And we started out joking, and then we just started competing. And then he was shitty about it. He started playing shovelware games to try and beat me, which really pissed me off. Like those games that are just there to give you an easy platinum. And that really upset me. He's like, well, you didn't say no shovelware. And I'm like, okay, I thought it went without fucking saying, bro. Like, we were in a gentleman's competition to get platinums. I didn't think I needed to tell you not to get fucking bullshit platinums. And then after I told him, he did it again anyway. So, like, I stopped competing with him, but by the time that happened, I'd already gotten a taste for it. So I just kept going. I'm like, oh, fuck it. And then it became, I get to 50. I got to 50. I'm like, nah, I can go to 100. Because I saw, you know, that 1%. I'm like, man, that would be a real badge of honor, especially because I like all game systems. Sony, Nintendo, Xbox. I play all of them. I'm not like a Sony pony fanboy, but ultimately I prefer Sony overall. Of the three, I like Sony the most. I always have. I'm not like going to sit there and suck Sony's dick and say that, oh, they're the best and they never make mistakes and every other console sucks. I just personally prefer Sony. I don't do that console war shit. So it would be, you know, being in the top 1% on my favorite console brand, you know? And at first, I never thought I'd get 100. It's like, fuck. But then I got to 50, and I'm like, well, I'm already halfway there. You know, for example, there was a bunch of years where, can I get that? Yeah, there was a bunch of years where I got, like, 1 platinum trophy, because there's a handy site you can use, and then there's, like, one where I got 7. Last year, I started late in the year, competing. It was, like, October, September, somewhere around there, you know, late, like well into the second half of the year, and I had 39 platinum trophies by the end of that year. So I'm like, well, fuck, if I can do 39 in just a couple months, then I can get to 100. And, you know, I'm already got like 10 platinum trophies this year, and obviously, honestly, I've been, you know, slacking. I need to get back into it and get more on the grind on that, but still. But, you know, it's like, oh, I can do this. I already got to 50, so it's like, you know, that one part was there. So, you know, it's exciting about that, and, yeah. You know, and it really pissed me off, too, with him, that whole situation. I'm not going to harp on about it, because, like, I didn't, like, I could have made, like, a bunch of stipulations, you know? But I didn't. I could have been like, well, you need to get this type of platinum, or you need to get that type of platinum, or it has to be a long game, or whatever. You know, and I didn't. I just thought, like, don't get a show of platinums. Other than that, I do not fucking care. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just felt like it went without saying. If I told you, okay, let's compete to see who can get 100% of Xenoblade Chronicles X, for example, okay? I wouldn't have to tell you not to use codes and mods to get a save file or download a already done save file. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have to tell you if we were in a competition not to get cheat and get a save. Like, that goes without saying, right? And that's how I felt about that. I was like, really, bro? And I mean, he suffered for it too, though. Like, he wound up paying for that because the game that he, like, some of the games he did was Peppa Pig, my friend Peppa Pig, he platinumed that twice in a row for PS4 and PS5, and he literally did it in like 2 hours, just to show you, like 100% of 2 games in 2 hours, but like endlessly. He became known as the Peppa Pig guy. I mean, come on. And he's like, didn't you guys let that go? I'm like, no, you shouldn't have done that. And I mean, like, how can you expect us not to fucking work with that, man? You fucking double platinum Peppa Pig. And then he said he did it by accident. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. You downloaded a children's game that happened to be free on PS Plus that you would never normally play, because he's not a fan of fucking Peppa Pig. And then you downloaded 2 versions of the game, and then back-to-back got the platinum trophy for both. And that was an accident, a coincidence. Maybe I'll give you once. Like, you tried the game and it turned out to be easy, but you did not fucking double up, download a separate version of the game, and do that back-to-back on accident. I do not fucking believe you. And I'm like, you should just come clean, bro. But yeah, I'm not gonna fucking talk about him and all that shit, but yeah.
Fortescue, you jawless arrow magnet, what are you doing back here?
But ultimately I did, you know, like I said, I got into it, and I had fun just on my own part.
The mighty. How I pity the people of Gallowmere, that their fate
Yeah.
once again be.
And I mean, honestly, if the worst that happens is we just give him shit for it occasionally and joke about it, then he got off pretty lightly. Because he really pissed me off. It's like,
Do try not to stab yourself in the foot.
I think I took it pretty well, you know? Like, I could have been a dick about it. And it really upset me, because don't you think I could have played a bunch of those games that were shovelware? I had PS Premium at the time. There was a shit ton of easy games. There's like a list you can look up online. I could have done all kinds of shit. I could have fucking cheated. I could have taken shortcuts, and I didn't. Like for Sonic, you have to, for Sonic, like Sonic Origins, which is the collection of the first, Sonic, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Knuckles. So Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. You have to use the debug menu at the end of the game to get one of the trophies. But you freely use the debug menu anytime, and you can use that debug menu to skip levels, get supersonic, and make that game laughably fucking easy. I didn't do that. You know, see what I'm saying? So even when I literally could have fucking used cheats and shit and not invalidated the trophy, I waited to the last possible moment when I had to do that. So I was not unfair about it at all. Plus, he honestly thought that it would prove to him that he wasn't gay if he won, and I'm like, what? Max did. Second of all, Max doesn't actually think you're gay. He's fucking with you. He said he was fucking with you. It's like, he's not gonna, like, suddenly, if you've been in the Discord, Max calls everybody gay. He's just fucking around. Like, he's not actually homophobic. He's just, he busts people's balls. He does it to everyone. So I was like, you really think he's gonna stop when you get that? No, man. And I never thought you were gay. Well, I thought he was a homo, but, those platinum trophies speak for themselves. I guess I was wrong. No? I'm like, what?
You know, I've always had my doubts about you, Fortescue. You're just not carved from hero material.
And then he was like, well, Max got cheating trophies. And I'm like, Max wasn't in a competition with me. And I even told him, I said, any trophies that you may have gotten that were cheating or somewhere before the contest, I don't care, right? It's like, once we agreed to that contest, then is when it started counting. Like, all of your trophies up to that point could have been somewhere. I would not have given a shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, either way, I found I enjoyed trophies. I found I was good at getting trophies. And so I just kept going, even after the whole competition was him, because I just said, fuck it, after like, the first time I gave him another chance, and he did more shovelware, and I said, well, I'm not going to compete with you. Well, I'm basically just competing with myself at this point. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And I do some shorter games, but I've done a lot of longer games, too. Like, I'm currently working on getting the Platinum Trophy for Eiyuden Chronicles, which if you've ever seen Eiyuden Chronicles, it is a fucking massive game. Like, getting the Platinum Trophy is like 100 hours. So, you know, I'll do some shorter games, you know, some longer games, shit like that. I won't do shovelware, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I could have understood if I had given him, like, all these hoops to jump through. You know what I mean? But it didn't. It's like, you did the one thing! Like, you could have played him to any other type of game. Shooter, platformer, puzzle game. I wouldn't fucking care. You know what I mean? It's literally... It's like you picked the one game that would piss me off. The one type of game. You know what I mean? Somewhere. Oh well. We'll just think it's funny. At the end of the day, it's no big deal. Okay, making sure. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anything. There's also some, like I said, stipulations. Even if they're games I like, there's some I won't get platinum trophies for. Like, I don't really do online. I'm a single-player guy. I'll play online occasionally, but, you know, not only do I not really do multiplayer that much, but I find multiplayer trophies are fucking ass because they make you play in a way against the way the game is designed. And you can always spot somebody grinding for trophies in the lobby. It's like, oh, there's that guy doing some stupid bullshit. And that's not what I want to do. Because it makes you play against how the game is going to be played, and it ruins other people's times. Because they're just trying to have a fun match, and you're trying to grind out, you know what I mean? And, like, people at notorious, like, oh, that guy's grinding for trophies. So, if a game has online trophies that are anything more than just, like, a friend request or base shit, I'm probably not gonna get the trophy for that game, you know? Like, Red Dead Redemption 2. I fucking adore Red Dead Redemption 2. I put hundreds of hours in it, did almost everything, if not every main thing there was to do in that game, but I don't have the platinum trophy for it, because you have to play fucking Red Dead Online and grind it out for hours and hours and hours to get that, and I fucking hate Red Dead Online. I came for the single player. So even though I really love Red Dead, I'm probably never going to get the platinum trophy for it because it requires you to do the bitch-ass online shit that I hate. And like I said, I'm not going to do something I don't like to get a trophy. Same with GTA. Like, I love GTA 5. I play GTA 5. I can't stand GTA Online. In order to get the trophy for GTA 5, you gotta play fucking online. I also hate platinum trophies that require online because it's essentially a ticking time bomb for those trophies. If those servers ever shut down, which they will, because no fucking trophy lasts forever, online server lasts forever, even a super popular game, well then that trophy is no longer gettable. Where if it's single player, as long as that game you had that game, you can get that platinum trophy. So I just kind of despise online trophies. It's like a matter of principle. And there are also some games that I just think are bullshit. Like the trophies. Like, I like the game, don't like the trophies. Like, Witcher 3. I fucking love Witcher 3. I have played the ever-living shit out of Witcher 3. Over 200 hours of my life. Pretty much 100% completed that game. Did every quest, everything. Numerous times. But in order to play that game, you have to play it on the hardest difficulty, which wouldn't be that bad, except it's permadeath. in a game as long as The Witcher 3. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to play a game that's like 60, 100, 2 hours long with permadeath. Fuck that. If I imagine spending 60 hours on a fucking game and then having your save file wiped when you die, I would jump out a fucking window. So even though I love Witcher 3, even though I've pretty much done everything there is to do in Witcher 3, probably never gonna get the Platinum Trophy because that's bullshit. Having a permadeath mode and making it optional is one thing. Requiring people to play that to get the Platinum Trophy is fucking ass. It is like raw testicular cancer. Sewage. Oh, hey, Echo. I love you, you good kitty. Wow. I'm so ready for winter to be over, man. I swear, I'm so fucking ready for winter to be over, dude. I'm not sure if you can relate. I'm pretty sure where you're at, you have fucking dry and wet seasons, if I'm not mistaken. Which I'm sure sucks in its own right, but, you know, it's not quite the same. I don't think you've ever froze your ass off in the fucking cold. I've had negative fucking 5-degree weather. Like, it's still kind of cold here, but it's getting warmer. And I am so fucking ready for it, man. Oh my god, I'm so fucking ready. Yeah, it sucks. Well, we deal with floods, but thank God we almost never get forest fires because we're, you know, a colder region. Well, you know what I mean, wildfires, forest fires. Oh, God, man, what happened to fucking LA was insane. I mean, they've had bad fires. That was fucking hell on earth. That was... Jesus. Finally. Fucking pumpkins, man. Guess what, bros? I'm making fucking squash! Once I made my friend burst out laughing, because you can charge the hammer, do the shockwave, and the whole time he was charging the hammer, I was like, humana, 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 and then like right when he released him, pow! Fuck, I almost have enough. Get the chalice. You want to get the chalice in this game, you don't have to. But A, you don't get the good ending unless you get all the chalices, and B, you get all the weapons through the chalices. So you really want to do them. Motherfucker. And see, that's one of the things the remake fixes. In the original game, you have to switch weapons a lot because you can only have one weapon. In the remake, you can hot swap between two weapons. So you can have a sword and then swap to a bow, which is just a much better system. But in particular, the movement in this game is fine for general stuff, but it's kind of finicky when it comes to precise platforming. So there are parts later in the game that have precise platforming that makes me want to fucking rip my hair out. Well, you know, I don't have hair, but you get the point. And the remake made the platform considerably more reliable and made those levels 1,000 times better just through that. Come on, I almost have the fucking chalice. I just need a few more enemies to get it. Better camera, more overall, just it's what a remake should be. Have you ever played the Tales of games, dude? Get that paw echo. It's my paw. Get that paw. Paw, paw, paw. Wow. Yeah, I would strongly recommend that you play them. There's a bunch of them that are on Switch, which I know you have, and I really think you would like them. They share enough similarities with Xenoblade and all that, even though they're not quite the same, that I really do think you would like them. And plus you like anime, and they're almost like an anime show in RPG form. They have an exceptionally dense focus on the party and the party's camaraderie. Oh, which two do you have? I didn't know you got a PC. You're moving up in the world, buddy. I'm so proud of you. Oh, there we go. Fuck yeah. Well, those are both good. Sinestria gets a bad rap from people. A lot of people don't like it. I like Sinestria. I try to do something different. Symphonia is the game that most people are introduced to the series for by. It's where the Western world became aware of the series, and it's fantastic. It was on the GameCube back in the day, and I played the shit out of it on the GameCube. Oh my god, I love that game. I have it on PS5 as well, the remastered version. I'll get to it one of these days. I mean, I've already pretty much 100% completed it back in the day, but, you know, do the new version. I would also highly recommend Tales of Graces. That's my favorite Tales of game, and it has one of the best battle systems in any JRPG you will ever play, which is saying something, but the battle system is that fucking good, and amazing characters. And yeah, I'm a big fan of it. Tales of Arise is the newest one, and it's also really good. Oh, fuck, okay. I always forget where this chalice is, and I have to be reminded just because it's hidden. I also think you would enjoy the Grandia games. Grandia 1 and 2. They have a collection on Steam that's really good. You can, if you have even a, I don't know your PC specs, nor am I really a PC guy, but if you have even a semi-competent PC, you can emulate all of the Xeno games, Xenogears, and Xenosaga 1 through 3. See, yeah, it blended in. Fuck. Oh well. Ultimately, I got the chalice, that's what matters. You pumpkins are bitches! Fuck you! And I would also recommend playing Baden Kaitos. There would be no Xenoblade without Baden Kaitos, and it's one of the single best games I've ever fucking played. That being said, if you do play Baden Kaitos, I know there's a collection on Switch and all that, get the fucking, emulate the GameCube version. Your PC should be able to emulate it, and they made changes to the fucking new version I don't like removing the English voice work, because it was cheesy. And it was cheesy in parts, but the community loved it because it was fucking cheesy. It would be like if they fucking removed the English dub of Xenoblade because of Rhyme Time and the cheesiness. It's a part of that game's charm, so it really pisses me off that they got rid of it. And the Baden Kaitos Origins, the second game, had good voice acting. They overhauled it 100%, and they removed the voice acting for that for some reason. But either way, they're fucking incredible games. And they have enough similarities to Xenoblade that you'd be at home. And in fact, there's even connections to them. Okay, Mira, the planet, the setting of fucking Xenoblade Chronicles X, that name is actually taken from Baden Kaitos. There's a planet in that game called Mira. It's even spelled the same way. So, like, that's a big-ass fucking reference. And there's other references strewn throughout. Strewn.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. Money, money! Money! I'd also recommend you play Beyond Good and Evil. I have a ton of games I can suggest you, honestly. And now that you have a PC, the stuff that you can play is considerably improved. Yeah, you go kitty echo, I love you. Time to fuck a Pumpkin King up! I'm pretty sure there's a fucking merchant in here somewhere. Or do I need to go back because... I'm gonna assume that that's something impressive and, like, great for you, man. But I'm really not a PC guy. I'm sorry. Well, like I said, even an old computer, like PS2, GameCube games, a fucking toaster now could run them. So even if your computer is several years old and kind of shitty, you still could probably run just about any PS2, GameCube, original Xbox, Wii game without any issues. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't take a good computer. So if your computer is good, then it should fucking bench press them. And now, like, so many games you can play that if you tried to get a legit copy, you'd have to give a kidney on the black market. Like, GameCube collecting is nearly impossible now. Breaks my fucking heart, too. GameCube's like one of my favorite systems. But, like, every fucking game on GameCube now is obscenely expensive. One thing, it was like, oh, rare game here and there, but no, it's like fucking everything. Just trying to find a merchant because I'm trying to do something to make my life easier in this next boss battle. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a merchant right around here. Yep. Your sword can be enchanted, the enchanted sword, and it's on a timer, but it does like double or triple damage, and it's pretty useful when you're in a boss fight. And it usually ticks down long you have it out, so you can just kind of whip it out when you need it. Giggity! I only whip out my sword when it's needed. I winked. You couldn't see it because of my cat, but I did. If you know what I'm saying. Sorry. Giggity giggity goo! Alright! Giggity! You should also be active in the Discord, man. There are a lot of cool people there. I'm sure you get along with. Alright, Kyle, but you gotta get up your hermit leg. Thank you for watching, I really appreciate you. If you like, comment, and subscribe! Do it.
Greetings, kind sir. I am the Pumpkin Witch. I'm like a mother to those pumpkins. I give them all the love and care a young fruit could ever ask for. From the moment they first push a shoot above the soil, right up until their heads are cut off and eaten. And look, see how they repay me, running around and causing mischief. That nasty old big pumpkin has a bad influence on the young seedlings. If you teach him a lesson in manners, I might give you a nice present.
I like presents. Oh, actually, hold on. Yeah, I can do that better. Fuck your pot, bitch! Would it just have been better? Yeah, fuck. Yeah, it probably just went better if I had the sword out the entire time, honestly. I would have lost a lot less health, too, so yeah, fuck it, that's what I'll do. Fucking pumpkin bitches! I came here to do two things. Kick ass and make pies. And I'm all that ass. Come on, where are the other pumpkins? Get the fucking chalice. Oh, wait a minute. Gold, baby. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a well around here somewhere that I can jump into. I could be wrong. Let me see. Oh, no. Okay, even though I literally came here before, I don't know what caused them to spawn that time, but oh well. Please get too much.
A most edifying spectacle, sir. Man and vegetable in a magnificent duel to the death. Oh, I've come over all of a doodar. Here, have this lovely dragon gem as your reward. Oh, lovely.
This is a side quest you can do later on. There it is. Doesn't look like a fucking well, looks like a barrel. And you may not want to waste, you may think, oh, I don't want to waste my crossbow or my gold on ammunition. That's all that it's there for. I at first saved my gold, I'm like, well, it could, be an item. Nope, it is there to buy supplies. Re-enchant your sword, buy arrows and shit. So spend it. And a lot of these conversations he has with the Hall Heroes are the highlight of the game. They're fucking hilarious. One conversation in particular. Yeah, exactly. One conversation in particular made me fucking almost cry laughing.
Dan. Tell me, what's a warrior queen gotta do to meet someone like you? Don't be shy, baby. I've seen you giving me the eye. You may be weak and feeble like old men, but I like you, Daniel. Oh, I love a man who doesn't talk back. I think if you return, I may take you for my husband. Now listen up, sugar. Your bow and arrows are fine for itty-bitty jobs, but if you want to pack some serious heat, you should take this spear. Think of me when you throw it.
But, one of the funniest ones is this guy right here. He gives you better shields, but he's this German guy, and he's like, what is the pinnacle of modern fighting? And Daniel's like, a sword? He's like, 9! A shield! And he gives you this whole spiel about shields, man, that had me rolling on the fucking floor. The Sleeping Village. This level's a bit tricky because there are innocent villagers that are possessed by spirits. You can't kill them, or you lose chalice points. It takes away from your chalice because they're innocent. So there are enemies you can kill, and then ones you have to fucking run around. In all fairness, the game does tell you.
Poor villagers. The master possesses them. It mustn't hurt them. Hurt guards, though. They seek out an object of great...
They say they don't just... Oh, like they tell you. Don't hurt them. But the little girl with the fucking axe! Give me a break! I also love the soundtrack in this game. Really fits the gothic ambience to a fucking T. This game also kind of takes a dovetail into the fucking weird towards the end. It starts out medieval, and a lot of the game is medieval, but towards the end they start getting into like demons and shit, and start getting like kind of steampunky. Like, because the sorcerer is like talked about having advanced weapons and all that shit. So like they even have some like Lovecraftian eldritch shit, which is not expecting. It's a great way for them to kind of switch it up in the later half of the game. Thankfully, you can dive into the little girls. To knock them away from you without killing them. Fucking yeet! Like, I don't suppose we can talk about this, can we? No? Yeah, well, shit. Oh, fuck this shit, I'm out! Now you deal with the fucking steampunk guards. Zarok's guards.
Hurry, comrades, tear this place apart.
Who are hilariously Russian.
Shadow artifact. Lord Zarok will have us mocking out the demons for the next millennium.
Fuck your books, bitch! I didn't come here to read! Am I missing somewhere? Is there a specific way to do this? Hold on. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it can be a little bit disorienting to find out where you're supposed to go. Even I know where to go, and sometimes I get lost. Oh, praise be to God! We found the crucifix! Not to mention the fact that the camera in this game is kind of janky, but this is 1998 when they were still figuring out 3D games and still figuring out camera, so, you know, I can't really hold that against them. But once again, it's something the remake improves on. As you'd hope. No, that's where I came from. Okay. Here we go, finally. Fuck. Fuck you guys! You guys fucking suck! USA! USA! Motherfucker. See what I mean? Like, when it comes to fucking Define platforming, it's real fucking finicky. Although the save states and rewind definitely helps to mitigate some of the sting of that. Wait, hold on. Is that the fucking jet? Yeah, it is. Fuck. I'll have to come back anyway. I don't have enough until after I kill those last clockwork bitches. Oh, I'm fucking shaking in my boots. Ah, fuck, see? Yeah, the camera was my main enemy there.
Look at you running around in your bones, Fortescue. You're so nouveau dead. I, Ravenhooves, last prince of the centaurs, have not galloped the earth in over 10,000 years. Do yourself a favor, Fortescue. Take my longbow, more powerful than a crossbow. The option of flaming arrows, it is truly the weapon of noblemen. Congratulations! You don't quite have my breeding, Mr. Johnny-come-lately, but there's hope for you yet.
Now we have what is arguably the best level in the entire game, the Asylum Grounds, which I really enjoy. You match wits with this fucking living garden statue. And not only are his wits entertaining. Alright, hope you have a great day.
Greetings, Sir Fortescue. My name is Jack of the Green. I am the master of riddles, and this maze is my domain. You are free to leave, but only once you've answered 4 riddles. Puzzles so fiendishly difficult, so perplexingly complex, that no man has ever solved them. Ha, ha, ha. Now, try my first riddle. At night they come without being fetched. By day they are lost without being stolen. Well done, Sir Knight. But my star riddle was but a trifle. I always like to begin with an easy one. Return hither. You will not find my next conundrum so simple. I live for laughter. I live for the crowd. Without it, I am nothing. Yes, it was a clown. Very clever, I'm sure. Return in haste, Sir Knight, for I wish to see the despair on your face when you hear my next cryptic puzzler. Face like a tree, skin like the sea, a great beast I be, yet vermin frighten me.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Did you spot my bluff? I pretended that riddle was hard, but in truth it was obviously an elephant. This time, however, I almost pity you. The answer to my next vexing enigma has eluded the finest minds of a whole generation. I tolerate the moon and stars. I can't abide the sun. Banish me with torchlight and you'll see me turn and run. trust you. It took me ages to come up with that darkness one. Very well. Outrageous as it seems, my vast intellect has been matched by your badly decomposed brain. Return at once and I shall give you your prize. You think you're so clever, don't you? Here you are, Sir Clever Clogs. I grant you free passage through my maze. Find your own way out.
Don't know, give me for doing myself the deal on you. And then please give me for doing my do them. Why?
back and forth like a soup.
Ah, Herr Fortescue, you are back on the battlefield, yeah? This is good. People say to me, Stungard, what do you think of this sword or that axe? But I say to them, Nein! Modern warfare is a question of science, the science of shields. I think maybe you should take my shield, yeah? It is magic, Herr Fortescue. Some say it is better to have a magic sword than a magic shield, but I say to you that this is rubbish! So long as you use it properly, the shield will make you invincible!
I think he's watching. I'm gonna take a short